Starting Sefer Vayikra, the Torah today would be for Refuah Shlema of all of the sick people in the community. Very interesting, we are studying Sefer Vayikra, the first Parashat Vayikra, talks about Korbanot, the sacrifices, that offering that Kahal Israel, they brought for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And a lot of times, when we go through these parashiot, these portions, people think that, what do we learn from it? Nowadays, we don't have Beit HaMikdash, we don't have Korbanot. But it's very interesting the way that Chachamim, they explain to us the portion of Korbanot and the offerings. We learned the matter of relationship. For example, Torah tells us that different people that they bring offering for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Torah says that if somebody brings a sheep for Hashem, Korbanom brings from a sheep offering for Hashem, and sheep cost a lot of money. Person spends thousands of dollars to bring a sheep, and Torah says it's a pleasant aroma to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, for Hashem. And somebody else doesn't have that much money, he cannot bring that, brings the bird, a couple dollars, $20, $30. He brings the offering for HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and Torah calls that also reyach nichuvach laHashem, pleasant aroma for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, the same expression, the same thing. Nowadays in our society, if somebody does something great, we have video, camera, everybody finds out about it. Somebody does something small, nobody pays attention, there is no that much attention to it. But Torah said the same terminology for somebody spends so much money and somebody spent little bit money. Now Rashi says, why? How come HaKadosh Baruch Hu is using the same term? Rashi says a very interesting point in our avodah with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Echad hamar be'echad hamamid. Somebody spends so much money, so much time, somebody little, right? Both Torah says, to bring out in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they are equal. As long as the person works according to his capability, how much he could afford. Somebody could afford bring a sheep, spend so much money. Somebody cannot afford that, and he brings a bird. In front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, both are equal. One is not greater than the other one, because each person is going to bring according to his capability. Now, it's very amazing, because in Torah we have third group. The group that cannot afford even a bird. And what could he bring? The Torah says, Mincha la Hashem. He brings a meal offering for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Little bit flour, brings from flour for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Now, Chazal, when they compare somebody who brings sheep with somebody who brings a bird. They compare them and they say, both are the same. But it would have been much greater point to point out that somebody who brings a sheep and somebody brings flour, both are the same. And when you look at Torah, by flour also Torah says, Reyach nichuvach laHashem. Same terminology. It's a pleasant aroma to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But Chachamim, they point out and they compare somebody brings sheep and somebody brings bird. They don't compare sheep and flour to bring out a much greater point. Now, Chachamim tell us another point, unbelievable point in Torah. When Torah says somebody brings sheep or bird, Torah says Adam ki yagrib, a person who brings. But when he talks about somebody who brings flour, Torah says v'nefesh ki tagrib korban mincha laHashem, a soul who brings. Now, Chachamim tell us how come Torah changed from Adam to nefesh, soul? Because somebody is poor. He doesn't have that much money. He has to cut from his own food to bring for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Hashem said, as if he brought his soul for me. That's Rashi brings, who brings meal offering? Only a poor person. Hashem says, the one who's so poor, he got nothing to bring. And he brings just flour. Hashem says, as if he brought his soul. This is much greater. Therefore, our Shaykh with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, somebody is capable, a lot bring. Somebody little. Both, somebody brings a lot, somebody brings little. As long as the intention for Hashem. But Torah is telling us there is a third dargah, there is a third level. Somebody who doesn't have is not capable, but he has to give up from himself, give up his food, and he brings for HaKadosh Baruch Hu. For him, Hashem said, as if he brings his soul. We are living in society that whenever a person brings a big things, big package, big things, we are in the world of packaging. It's very important, but somebody could do something minute, something small. Nobody pays attention. Nobody gives any chashivut to that. But Torah is telling us the other way, on the contrary. Somebody who is very poor and he cannot do and he does it, we have to give more chashivut. Now that's not only in korbanot, in any talent, in anything in life. When something that's good, we could do it very easily, we don't get rewarded so much. But something is challenging for us. We have to give up from ourselves. There is a temptation. There is a desire. We have to give up ourselves for Hashem. It comes much greater in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. From here, we learn about halacha in relationship. A lot of times, a husband for wife, wife for husband, that's something he gives up from himself. We shouldn't measure the things that's being done through how much money, packaging. We have to see how much effort they put. Or a child does something. We shouldn't pay attention how much, we should see how much effort he puts. The more effort the person puts, the more chashivut, the more importance should have. And that's as if he's bringing soul. This is a fundamental point in our relationship with each other.